Hey, what's happening, everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and I'm here at the GigaOM Mobilize 2010 conference in San Francisco. I've been hanging out at the Windows Phone 7 table, and I just tweeted this, and all of a sudden, I tweeted it, and a few minutes later, a bunch of people are asking me if I'm okay, if I hit my head or something, because I said it. The Windows Phone UI demo I just got makes iPhone look like a dinosaur. Seriously, I'm not saying the phone is better or the platform's going to perform better, but the UI walkthrough, it's modern, where other things like iOS are looking a little old. But don't take my word for it. Let's get a walkthrough from one of the folks at the Windows Phone table. All right, so this is a prototype piece of hardware. This is non-final hardware. Non-final hardware, I'm going to say it again, this is not what the phone will look like when it launches. It's non-final hardware. You guys got that? Okay, good. But the software actually is pretty much what you're going to see. So there's some neat stuff in there. Let's check it out.
Cool. You'll see the form factor. We have one form factor at launch, the 800 by 480 resolution, the three buttons, the back, the Windows Start button, and the search button. I'll go ahead and... let me show you here the lock experience. So what we've shot for is very glanceable information. So when you pull your phone out of your pocket and look at the lock screen, you'll see the date, the time. You'll see your next meeting coming up here from Exchange, from your Outlook, from your Exchange. You'll see what emails you have if you've got, Hotmail or others. I can go ahead and unlock it if I need to. This is the start experience. These are all live tiles that I've chosen to pin to my start experience. These are updatable, so vendors can do push notifications, you can see the backgrounds changing or change information, indicate that there's an update, indicate that it's my move in a game, something of that nature. And what we've got are hubs. So we've got this concept of bringing a lot of information together about a certain subject into a hub. So you'll see here I've got my People Hub. This is not actually my phone. But it's going to show me what's new with people that I follow from Facebook, from my live spaces. I can go and see all my friends and what's going on with them all in one location. I can click on each one. Oh, that's going to go to the browser.
I'm not going to expect you to comment back on this, but for my little commentary, it looks like Kin that actually works right. But I don't know. That's having played with Kin a little bit and being kind of psyched about certain things about it. Seeing this kind of reminds me of it, but deeper, more fleshed out, more functional.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Okay, so I'll show you some of the other interesting tiles. There's the picture experience. So this is really nice pictures from my phone, pictures from Facebook. The background, we call this a panorama control that we can kind of flip through and show a bunch of different views. So what it'll do is the background will take up an image that I took, so it'll take up, kind of a very personalized feel for me for all my pictures. We've also got a very cool music and video experience. So this is going to be the Zune experience. So if you've got a Zune, you can sync your music and your videos right here.
And your Zune Pass and everything.
Absolutely, Zune Pass, yep. So that's when you can tether your phone and sync it. I can't really show you how it works. My buddy here doesn't have any songs, but one of the cool things about playing playing music is when I'm playing music and say I'm browsing, what I can do is touch the volume rocker, and that'll kind of bring down the controls for my music on the top.
Over whatever else you're doing.
Right, exactly, like a little toast where I can control the music and then kind of go back to what I'm doing,
right.
Which is a pretty cool experience. Another great hub for me, I'm a gamer, so I'm really excited about the Xbox Live integration.
Right.
So this is going to be full Xbox Live integration. If he had put in his Live ID here, he'd see his avatar, his achievements, his gamer points. You can play turn-by-turn games against other people. You can earn achievements right here on the phone. We've got some terrific launch titles. They're on the web. There's about 60 launch games.
Right. So you said turn-by-turn games you can play against other people, but then I'm assuming there'll be kind of more let's say traditional mobile games. But I mean games you can play on the phone that
right.
are games.
Exactly. Oh yeah, absolutely. You're going to see some companion titles from our studio, companion titles from Halo, from Crackdown. You'll very see cool. All the castle defense games.
I clearly am not a gamer, as everybody out there can tell from the way I asked that question.
No, it's totally reasonable. You will see lots of traditional games. The phone's got the accelerometer in it, so you're going to see all the cool,
right.
this type of manipulation games. The phone's got really cool integration with Bing, so if I hit the search button here, I'm going to get Bing. And it's pretty quiet in here, so I can go ahead and click on this guy. Starbucks. Let's see if it's quiet enough to get that.
Right. So voice search, voice recognition.
Yeah, the voice recognition.
Are there other voice controls
Did I get it? Yeah.
beyond the Bing search?
To control the phone itself?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I know
But
of.
we've got the search. Great.
We're not going to get local, but if this is getting local results, we're here on the Wi-Fi at this place, so we might not get local results. But
Okay.
what we're going to get is Bing integrated,
Right.
turn-by-turn directions. It's going to give me the Starbucks that are
that-
near me.
So there's integrated navigation, turn-by-turn nav. on the
Absolutely,
phone. Okay.
absolutely. You can say an address and bring that up.
And that's OS based. That's not like an extra fee from the carrier kind of thing.
That's
or is that-
correct.
okay.
Yeah, that's basically right there on the phone. So that's kind of the start experience, the live tiles. This last one here on the bottom's Office. We've got a really full Office experience. So we're going to have OneNote. So for taking notes, we're going to have Word integration. You can create Word documents, create Excel documents, view PowerPoints and edit them. Take things out from SharePoint, check them out, make comments on them, check them back in right here on your phone, which is very cool.
Is that in every phone or is that a separate app or something that you have to buy? 'Cause
Nope,
Office-
that's on every phone. That's right out of the box on every phone.
And you briefly before kind of went into the browser for a second, sort of inadvertently, but since
Yeah.
the IE tile's on that start screen,
Yeah.
what can you tell us about the browser?
The browser's Internet Explorer. It's very optimized for the mobile experience. So we've done a lot of work to make sure it's the very best browser possible for the phone right now.
In terms of what people still call web standards, Flash, HTML5, video, Microsoft's own technologies, what does it or doesn't it support?
Currently, out of the box, you're going to get H.264 video. We are going to. Did I get Bing there? What happened? Okay, I did get Bing. Flash is a possibility. It's certainly not precluded. That's going to be Adobe. If they build Flash for the phone, we're going to use it.
Gotcha.
We're going to build Silverlight for the phone. So hopefully you'll see it. You're actually seeing a Silverlight application when you run apps, but
Okay.
Silverlight in the browser on the phone is a little bit of a different prospect, right?
Gotcha.
So we're going to work on that, and you'll see that I think sometime in the future. So we're definitely going to do that. HTML5. We've launched IE9 recently, so you probably know a little bit about that. There's not going to be HTML5 support on the phone at launch, but we're going to start moving in that direction, as the use cases become appropriate for the mobile phone.
Right.
Right?
Great.
So that's a little bit about the browser.
Very cool. And I know, again, if you missed the beginning, this is not final hardware, prototype hardware, not going to look like this. But I do notice what looks like a front-facing camera on this piece of hardware.
Yes.
Is there anything you can tell us about, video, chat, or other apps that might utilize a front-facing camera?
So the form factor does specify at least a 5 megapixel camera. There is integration with video, so you can take video. I don't have any information on any specific applications that might use video, but what we're doing with our partners is working very closely with them to make sure that the applications that you expect to be on the phone, the very top tier applications, are going to be there for launch.
Right.
So we're working very hard to get those experiences for launch, and we're doing a very good job at that.
All right, very cool. It's a walkthrough of Windows Phone 7. Again, the software is pretty much final. This is not final hardware. It's prototype hardware. We will see, hardware that's, both under the hood and on the surface. I would expect a little more tweak for the consumer experience when the phone launches in the near term. But for now, like I said at the outset, I got a little bit of a walkthrough with this. Well, I was waiting for somebody who could do an on-camera demo, so, I wouldn't try to do it and miss some of the important stuff. I went out to Twitter and said, honestly, this walkthrough makes certain other popular OSs like iPhone OS look a little old in the tooth. Remains to be seen how it'll look and function when it hits the market. But live from Mobilize 2010 in San Francisco, I was going to throw up a Mobilize logo, but I can't find one.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll throw up the Windows logo. There you go. I'm North from PhoneDog.com at the Windows Phone 7 booth. Much more on PhoneDog.com.